You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Nice one. That's it. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Yes! Nice one. Just like that.
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
I'm not gonna let my blood boil over.
Where would you like me to get started?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Albions abuse their authority to consolidate power. They're holding on to it by keeping everyone afraid.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Auto drive
Anything
now
you need,
enabled.
Sabine, me there for you.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Auto drive now disabled.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Now that Albion has control of the courts, they can arrest and prosecute anyone they want to eliminate. You don't have to kill someone just to silence them.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Let's give them more four.
Not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you?
Bloody disgusting.
That's vile!
Damn it! Stand down! Bastard! Piss off!
What do you have, Buckley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know, I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts. Alice, I mean, I'm paid per dissident duffed up as it is a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate?
They certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? 99.95 cryptos bargain. Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine.
I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area, over. Received. Let's keep this by the book, over. No sign of the target yet.
One mother has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out in a dozen of stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original.
Danger.
This week,
Vehicle
a
in
new
critical
feature,
condition.
The bug
Flee.
off feature. The bug off.
I just want to be left alone. What? Is the horn fucking
DedSec is a criminal organisation. If a member of DedSec approaches you, alert authorities as urgent.
Bug off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys new competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in a corner and cry.
That's it from the Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret and is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
The Albion propaganda machine is hard at work. They've rebranded. They claim the city is under their protection, but really, it's just a way to make the people more comfortable with their control.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
I'm onto it.
Don't be the weak link in the chain. A digital security breach affects everyone.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive
the
now
city
disabled.
operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then in San Francisco in 2017.
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
safety of others. Report all illegal persons directly to the authorities.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
The comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Give me those coordinates.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail.
It's very impressive. People look at you and go, where did you get that baby?
Yeah. You are listening to the Bug.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS, and I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw... liquid feces, and they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
I mean, maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner
who bought shares in Bloom before it came to
Watch where you're going.
Heard that you need some help. Wagwan.
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion. Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
If you stand by and do nothing, you're just as guilty as the one who pulled the trigger. We need to show the people it's possible to resist Albion. They don't have to give up or give in. We can rise and stop them. If we don't stop them now, this will only get worse. You have something for us?
Almost got clipped finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
I won't argue that.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's our move then.
CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drone...
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid-powered generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a power surge in that base and boom.
I thought this place was close to the public. How are you getting your information?
It cost me a news drone. Okay, maybe 3, but it's worth it if this comes off, right?
Control.
Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any ideas?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
We gotta see about this. Look at this.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system. That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Here we go.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're champing at the bit.
DedSec can always use more support. Tell your friend we welcome the help. I'm happy another person has woken up and wants to do the right thing.
Oh, yes. Been waiting my whole damn life to kick some bollocks.
Fantastic.
Could you not be right there?
Well, fuck me, you're still alive. I owe Sabine a tenner. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
I know, but why? Sure thing, okay.
me?
I'd definitely fight back if it was me.
Jesus. Here, can I help you? You started this!
What?
No, no, no! Jesus,
whatever.
Here, can I help you?
How to sleep without turning it into monetized content?
I think that's the logical end of all society, isn't it? Where just everything has just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines these days. I get a piece of paper and a pen. Remember them? Paper and pens, those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. Now, I'll just make my own newspaper. Here I've got today. If you point at the bird shit on your car window and say it's a currency, no one can tell you otherwise. Screams Chancellor at Bilderberg. Karaoke night. That's right, another headline. Here we go. PM announces Britain back on track after swapping all Crown Estate property.
I'm here.
In theory, the AR reconstruction should allow me to use various sources of surveillance data to rebuild past events. Access a data relay, and I can scrape all the metadata for this area.
That was strong. Give up now.
We've got this.
Let's clean up this fucking mess.
You don't stop this, and I will. You're done for.
Spin, aren't you?
It's your funeral. Shotgun CQC in the field.
it. Now, let's take this autocratic wet dream for a test drive.
That does it. I'll shoot! We have an intruder! I'm trapped here!
Shit! Lock it down.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
I've been saying for years, technology is getting bloody sinister. Looks pretty though, I'll admit.
You're right. We definitely need this extremely cool thing I want for investigating Zero Day. Shit, for some reason I can't clone it to our servers. All right, access the network here, and let's see if we can't find out where to nick one. That's the CTOS up there. Aha! The SIRS has deployed this technology at their HQ, and I've just nabbed their manual on how to set up the system. Now, Scarpa, you can't steal their toy if they throw you in the gulag.
So, how do I get my hands on this AR tech what's it?
The program is hosted on a server that's on the roof of SIRS HQ. All you have to do is grab the whole thing, then take it to a few high-density locations so I can recalibrate it to the DedSet network and clone my own version.
Oh, fuck off! You want me to carry it down from the roof? But with my back?
We need to find someone with access to a cargo or construction drone that can fly it off of there. Perfect opportunity to recruit a heavy lifter to the cause, I'd say.
Right then. Care to explain what you mean by heavy lifter?
Well, let's put our thinking caps on, shall we? Now, who in London would have access to a construction drone? Could it be a construction worker?
I'm on it, Bagley.
Not so hard, was it? There's an active construction yard nearby. I dare say you'll probably be able to find a construction worker to recruit there. Here's the coordinates. Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one.
Okay, but... No, you sure?
I hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Time to pull up your trousers and fight back for the city.
You're saying you're with DedSec? I could use the help.
All right. Just start talking, then we see what we can do.
Clan Kelly helped me pay a medical bill, and I've been working off the debt. Problem being, they keep adding to what I owe, and are basically using me like an indentured servant.
All right then, my crew's on it.
Yeah, okay.
Clan Kelly will bleed our new friend dry if we don't do something. This particular construction site is a money laundering front for a Kelly chapter out of Camden Market. Any record of the debt would be stored there.
Yeah, I got it. Overrun with these Kelly idiots. When did these trumped-up thugs get so organised?
You're looking for a terminal or some kind of device that Clan Kelly would have stored the debt records on. Don't have the right tool for the job? You can exchange your gadget for a different one that's better suited to the situation.
We have reports of a hostile in your area. Over.
Received. Moving to intercept.
Ready for action.
Officer needs an ambulance.
There's our suspect.
Control, we are unsighted of suspect. Over. Control, we're returning to HQ. Over.